Hi, this is not a very good hunting channel. Today I'm finally getting out for the first hunt in the Beavertail final attack. Hopefully all goes well and we get a little bit of action. Okay, well, I'm filming this portion prior to actually going out, because I figured I might as well have a bit of a starting point. So this is going to be my first dedicated duck hunt on the water. I've done goose out in fields, but and one of them kind of included ducks too, but I didn't really get anything. It was one of those mornings where the ducks were flying, so we put out some duck decoys along with the goose to hopefully pull some in, but nothing came in. But this one is for sure going to be first time going out on the water for waterfowl. Yeah, so I'm sure you're going to see in this video all kinds of wrong things that I'm doing. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, really. I finally got all my equipment and gear ready, and so ideally it'll be tomorrow morning. I'm going to go out and give it a shot. It's I'm switching it up. I'm not going to the launch I had planned. I'm thinking I'll try to get someplace closer and see how it is. I haven't scouted it out, so I don't know how deep the area is that I'm going to be trying. So I might get there and it'll be all too deep for my Texas rigs. But I have a feeling it's pretty shallow. It looks like it's going to be shallow anyways on Google Maps. So I'll give it a shot, and I don't know how early I'll be able to get out there, because I still have to come to the hunt camp and get all my gear and then go. I'm not going to be packing from home, so I have my stuff at the camp, and I got to make a stop here first to get my stuff. But the launch isn't too far from here, so it shouldn't be too much of a delay. But I'm sure getting to the spot late might really hamper me. But if I don't see any action, it's not the end of the world. I'm using it as more of a test run to see how I can fit all my stuff in the boat, how it is to drive in the water with the cover on, stuff like that, and also just to see if this is a half decent spot, or if it's littered with hunters, then it might not be a spot I want to be going to in the future. So anyways, we'll see how it goes, and I'll try to get some good footage, but I'll probably be more concerned with getting things put together, so it might be spotty footage and stuff. So anyways, enjoy. Okay, I'm finally set up. Bunch of hiccups. Let's see. My jerk rig is snagged all the weeds, so I can't pull anything. I can't make anything move. It's just, well, I guess I'm making the weeds move. Lovely. Well, this entire time I hadn't been recording, so that's great. Anyways, it's about a little bit after 8. Got everything set up about 20 minutes ago. There was a boat on the river behind me. I think they took off someplace else. So I'm in the blind, I'm set up. But yeah, I've been having nothing but problems. Tossing one of my geese decoy, it landed upside down and stayed upside down, so I had to go over and dig myself out of the weeds that I buried my blind in. Dig myself out, go get it, flip it over, set back up. Yeah, pushing this thing in a ton of weeds is a pain in the butt with the push pole. But it's the only thing I can do because I can't use my motor. It's too weedy in here. So yeah, so I'm out. It's a nice day. I was hoping for some cloudy and rain, but it's looking like it's going to be like an absolutely sunny, beautiful day out. But again, the weatherman screws me over. Yesterday it was pouring rain. I was going to go yesterday, but I figured if this is going to be the first time trying to set anything up, I'd rather do it in a little bit of rain than absolutely soaking wet, pouring, driving rain. So yeah, so I'm set up here. Show you the spread. There are the geese. There. Ducks moving that way. Huh. So the sides of the blind are holding up the camera right now. There's lots of geese flying, but I'm not seeing very many ducks. I saw some in the morning when I was driving in with the final attack on the river. I saw some kind of in this area, but not a bunch. So it's not like they were roosting here anyways. But yeah, I'm in a bunch of weeds. You see, pretty well hidden. Something does, that would be great. I heard some duck calls a little bit earlier, further down that way, but I don't know if that was an actual duck or just another hunter. Could have been the guys that were behind me, or the guy very far behind me. But I just knew there was another small boat in the water, heading the same direction that I was. But yeah, and again, it's a beautiful day. It's not a bunch of wind and rain, which would have been nice because this is a very protected little bay. I'll show you a clip, I'll show you a picture of it from Google Maps to see. And again, I'm new to this. I'm only going off of what I've been watching on YouTube and talking to friends, so I'm not expecting much out of this. This is just basically an equipment test. But yeah, all I'm hearing is geese. And high up and far away. Earlier there were some more flying over, but again, they're all high up and taking off someplace. I'm kind of near some farmers' fields, so that's what I was hoping, catch them coming and going to the fields. But I can't be out here very long. Probably only a couple hours. But again, it was good to set up. It was good to get out to see what I'm dealing with. Yeah, so this boat is quite small. Like, I don't think I'd be packing as much in next time. I might also need to get a smaller blind bag. The blind bag I have now is sitting between my legs here. You can see. So it's sitting between my legs, but it takes up a bunch of room. It's a lovely day. It's not too cold. I think it was like 9 degrees outside Celsius. And a wall of crap on. Oh yeah, and I forgot my engine cover. That was another thing. But I just used my blind bags. So I had a few of those because just one wouldn't have got it. You could still see the motor pretty good, so I doubled it up. And I'm tucked away in the weeds, so nothing's really going to see it. I don't know. So I'll just hang out here for a bit and see how it goes. There's a female. There's a female who just swam in. She's right in the middle of my spread. I guess I should probably I think she spotted me. Okay, well, one hen came in by herself, and I got her. Okay, well, while I was okay, I just came back from pedaling in, and I just got a nice big hen mallard. So nailed in with her with a number 2. So I took her back here out of the way. So that's one so far. Yeah, I wasn't doing any calling or anything. Just she swam up and this moon is really a premium in this thing, so I gotta make sure I'm packing less next time. So here, so I was sitting here minding my own business,
I wasn't doing any calling or anything, and all of a sudden, right at the mouth of this bay, kind of near that lily pad over there, a hen by herself just came in, dropped down all by herself, and then kind of just swam her way over here to these three. There's two drakes and a hen in behind that decoy. She made her way over there, actually pecked the hen decoy, and then started working her way over here. So I kicked open the blind to get her up, and just as she was kind of still flapping her wings getting up, I nailed her there and she went right back down. So it wasn't very far shot. But what was concerning me though is that, again, these loads that I'm using, or these shells, it was a box of Winchester number 2s, and they do not cycle in my my Canuck. Everything else cycles well in this thing. Oh, leave that on. I forgot that was even on there. Everything else cycles well in this thing, but I was hoping it was just kind of a fluke. I had 2 of them not do it. The other ones did. But I figured, okay, well, maybe it was just a fluke. It was just, I didn't have no fire. Like, I had one where it hit the primer and nothing. So I wasn't too impressed with those ones. I'm just using them up. I've now switched over to some older Federal number 4s. No, sorry, Federal number 3s. So if they're going to be close-in shots like that, that'll be no problem. Yeah, I got that hen and dropped right away. A couple pellets in her head and neck. So, hey, we got something. That's a good start. At least I didn't get skunked. So just go to show. Get out there. Even a Nimrod like me can get a duck. Okay, well, it's getting to be almost 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I got one, so I got to get back and still get that cleaned up before I head out. So I'll go and do that at camp. And then throw it on ice and it'll be duck for dinner. Heading back now. Go back to the camp and clean this one hen I got. And, I'll probably just take the breast. Maybe I'll do the legs, I don't know. They're probably going to be tiny, but I'll just do the breast probably. See how it goes. Like my wife always says, why do it once when you can do it twice, right? God, I'm bad for that. Have everything packed up and ready to go, and then I forgot the motor. Anyway, that's it, that's all. Back to the camp. And we're just pulling into the camp now. So because I'm really going to focus on deer this year, yeah, I'm going to hopefully get out a couple more times for duck or goose. I will hopefully set up better for filming it, because this wasn't ideal. So I'm back on the property. I I took the duck carcass out. I'll toss it in the woods and let the coyotes, or if there's any foxes around anymore, they can have it. They gotta eat too, right? So I don't want it to just go into the garbage and go to waste. So I think that was a pretty successful day. I learned a lot about what I can and can't get done in that little boat. Um, I'll have to work on some kind of mount to be able to get some footage of actually shooting. Um, when that female came in, I had my phone on my lap, so with the blind doors up, I couldn't really mount it to anything. And also, I mean, there's a duck right there, so I'm not going to start setting up camera equipment. Um, but I'd like to get maybe a gun mount attachment to put a camera on, and that way it'll be more footage that I can use, especially of actually shooting ducks or geese or whatever happens to be there. But either way, I think right now I'm going to focus on making sure I get to areas that have ducks and geese. I might have to um, try and get some evening hunts in, because at least for that spot, I barely saw anything the rest of the morning. I only saw some on the river itself when I was driving in, and then once I got to the bay, there was a few ducks and they scattered, but that was it. It's a big bay, so I don't know. Maybe it's just not a very good spot. I don't know. So that'll come with experience and getting out there and trying. But yeah, hey, I got one, so at least there was some reward for the end of all that hard work and getting stuff ready to go. But hopefully you guys are enjoying your season and things are going well for you. Take care.